Pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Veterans Field here in Fairfield, where this evening they have a little change up. The Cisne Running Lions are the home team here in Fairfield as they take on the Fairfield Mules. Hello, folks. Welcome to Wabash Catch TV's continuing presentation of high school baseball here this afternoon. This one ought to be a pretty fun one as the Running Lions, the host Running Lions, the home team Running Lions will be coming in with a 3-4 record under Justin Carson. They were knocked off last night by Lawrenceville 9-1 as Fairfield comes in with a 4-4 record, losing their first conference game of the season to the Edwards County Lions in Edwards County last night. 4-3 the final in that Fairfield Edwards County game. We'll have the Mules against the Lions tomorrow, as we've got Fairfield 2 days in a row here this week. The Mules will take on Edwards County here in Fairfield tomorrow afternoon at 4:30, and we'll be here for that, of course, depending on – got to keep the rain away. Got to keep the rain away. So, but that's kind of what people think all the time. What is the starting lineup for the Fairfield Mules? Well, let me tell you, the Mules will be hitting first today, and they will be facing Gavin Harrell, the senior right-hander for Cisne. He will face a lineup featuring Jesse King in center field to start off for Fairfield. He'll be followed by Ian Puckett, then Caleb King. It'll be Talon Hicksonbaugh for the Mules in the cleanup spot. Following Hicksonbaugh, it'll be Braken Cavacci, then Jake Easton. After Jake, it'll be Carson White, followed by Avery Gardner, and then Austin Grieve. So King, Puckett, King, Hicksonbaugh, Cavacci, Easton, and White, Gardner, and Grieve for the Mules. Defensively, here to start the ball game, out in the field for Cisne. I already mentioned it will be Gavin Harrell on the mound, the senior. He'll be throwing to a freshman behind the plate, Shane Losey. Losey is a freshman. He'll be catching tonight. Around the infield, over on the third base, it'll be Zach Dagg. He's a sophomore playing third base tonight for the Running Lions. Hagen Harrell. I'm sorry. I knew there was something that sounded right. Hagen Harrell will be playing. Hagen Howard. That's why it sounds wrong. Hagen Howard is playing shortstop. I wrote down Harrell for some reason. I must be having a senior moment. Hagen Howard at shortstop, Josh Biggs at second base, and Harv Kaiser over at first. So sophomore, junior, senior, freshman around the infield for the Running Lions. And in the outfield, Tucker Bowen getting the start out in left. Caden Dagg, a senior, out in center, and Ben Spitzner, a junior, will be over in right field. So Dagg, Howard, Biggs, Kaiser around the infield, Bowen, Dagg, and Spitzner around the outfield, and Shane Losey behind the plate for Gavin Harrell. By the way, good to see Cooper Bowen is playing tonight. He is the designated hitter for the Running Lions. Cooper, of course, had a devastating knee injury back in the fall, and it's always wonderful to see a kid come back, and especially their senior year, come back and be able to play through an injury or after an injury. I think he had surgery and all kinds of things. It was a knee injury, it might have been an ankle. As it is, as I said, the Running Lions coming in off a loss to Lawrenceville. They fell to Altamont last week. Basically, the game yesterday was the first game Cisne had played in a week as rain washed everything in and out and away from the high school baseball schedule for the past week or so. But folks able to get back at it yesterday, and maybe a little few teams played on Monday, but not too many. But yesterday it was after that nice sunshine, teams were able to get back into the swing of things. The officials and umpires are out on the field. The umps are ready to go. The Running Lions are getting set to take the field. They will be, like I mentioned, and I'm going to say it over and over and over again, even though we're playing at Veterans Field, the Running Lions, the home field today, as the game was moved down here from Cisne probably about 3 hours ago, maybe 1:45 or so was when the game was moved down. And of course, that got everybody busy here in Fairfield getting the field ready to play. They weren't expecting to. But the field looks great with all the work that the tenant, Ron Tennant, and the gang did on this a few years ago. The field has, I don't even see any wet spots much in the outfield. It looks like it's in wonderful shape for baseball here today. A little wet up at Cisne today, from what I am told. So if you have the opportunity, by all means, head down to where it's dry, so where everybody can play. The Lions have taken the field. They are in their orange jerseys with their blue numerals and blue hats with a big orange C on top of it. The Mules are in there. Oh, they're cool baby blues today for the Fairfield Mules. One of their alternate uniforms, playing outside a conference today against this Running Lions squad. Each team trying to avoid their 5th loss of the season. Running Lions trying to pick up their 4th win. Mules trying to pick up their 5th win on the season as Gavin Harrell concludes his warm-up tosses. Gorgeous day, 63 degrees here in Fairfield today, except for maybe the breeze. The breeze is coming from the south, but it's a chilly breeze. It's got about 15 miles an hour behind it, coming, well, the map said from the southeast, but that's the south, or the map said from the southwest, but that's the southeast it's coming in. So that means the putting one out to right will be darn near impossible. Might be able to get one up into the jet stream and get it out of the left way on the left side. But if you put one out to the right side today, you're a left-handed hitter, and you are Ted Williams or Stan Musial able to get one out that direction. The Running Lions getting set to go. The Mules getting set to go, as I said. Jesse King to lead it off for Fairfield. Rod Stockwell behind the plate tonight. Thumbs up from Rod. He's ready to go. As the throw down is into center field. Might have a little delay going to run that down. One of these teams going to get happy today. If there are any of them are Cardinal fans, they aren't happy coming in, but this will be a nice way to turn that frown upside down. Jesse King, the center fielder for Fairfield, taking a final look at his coach, Chris Fleener, down over on the left side. Sean Rush on the right. First pitch is in the dirt and out of the zone. We are underway here at Veterans Field in Fairfield. 4:38 the game time start. 4:38. Have you ever wondered why they always tell you the game start whenever you're listening to the radio and television? Because fun folks at home keep score. Swing and a miss for King. That is strike number 2, 1-2 count on Jesse. Jesse in center field today as that ball gets passed and by Losi. King comes in hitting .217 on the season, 5 for 29. 2-2 the count. King will be followed by Ian Puckett. That one up high, and we're going to go to a full count. All the flags standing straight up out there in right field. Steve Reich 3 looking. Harold put a little extra juice on that one, and Jesse King didn't have a chance. So Ian Puckett will check in. And he swings at the first pitch he sees and knocks it over to the east side where it is caught by Zach Dagg for out number 2. One pitch to Puckett. And the line drive to 5. Caleb King, twin brother of Jesse King, steps in and watches that one zip past. Let me see if I can't get this plugged in over here. As he swings at strike two, and Gavin Harrell off to a nice start. Do I have the right one or the wrong one? Well, I've got a power strip, but it's kind of behind stuff. As there's the third out and strikeout, 2 strikeouts for Gavin Harrell. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. There is no score.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
Mules take the field for their first time tonight. Caleb King heads out to the mound as he is continuing his warm-up. Gavin Harrell will lead it off today for the running Lions. He'll be followed by Hagan Howard. And then Cooper Bowen, the DH, will hit for Cisne. Caden Dagg in the 4-hole. It'll be Josh Biggs batting 5th. Zach Dagg hits 6th today for Cisne. Harv Kaiser over at first base hitting 7th. Shane Losey, the catcher, in the 8th spot. And Tucker Bowen out in left field will hit 9th for the running Lions. Harold Howard Bowen, Dagg Biggs Dagg, Kaiser, Losey, and Bowen for the running Lions. The Bowen brothers, you've got the Bowen brothers, the Dagg, I'm not even sure if Daggs are related, as 1-1 in on the right-hander, Gavin Harrell. He's got those Mystery Machine shoes. Those are the coolest, like Scooby-Doo. And he watches ball 2 bounce in front of the plate. Mules wearing their baby blue uniforms today with red numerals. And they've got the Angry Mule caps. How about that? Usually the Mules have those, the large capital F in the middle of the cap, but that's the Angry Mule trucker cap out there right now. 3-1, the count to Harrell. You don't want to start the game off with a walk, do you, Mr. King? He will not, as that one is popped into deep left field on the run. That's going to bounce in front of the wall, bounces by Easton, and with a stand-up double, the first hit of the game goes to Gavin Harrell for Cisne. As the wind was playing havoc with that outside there for Jake Easton. And taking a look at the rest of the defense for the Mules, as I mentioned, Caleb King on the mound, breaking Cavachi behind the plate. Over at third base is Avery Gardner, Talon Hicksabah at short. Carson White at second base, and Ian Puckett over at first, pardon me. And out in the outfield, Jake Easton, Jesse King, and Austin Grieve. King out in center, Grieve in right. As that's the second hitter that Caleb King has opened up with a ball. It's kind of a bad habit to get into. He finds the strike zone with his second offering to Hagen Howard. Howard, a junior. Pretty good hitter. Swings and misses at strike two. The sun has left the sky, but there's still good enough light here before they won't turn the lights on until probably 6:30 or something. Well, it is kind of not quite gloaming. It's a little bit darkish. The next from King swung on and fouled off. The plate protection there for Hagen Howard, as he'll be facing a 2-2 count with a man on second base and nobody out. Gavin Harrell with a power shot to left field. That is a break for Fairfield, by the way. Had we been actually playing at Cisne today, that would have been into the cornfield. That would have been a home run, easily. A liner to first, then no throw to second base. Nice job by Ian Puckett. There was nobody set to catch the ball at second. Gavin Harrell makes it back easily. So Howard with the first out of the inning. And Cooper Bowen will step in. Senior right-handed swinger. He has his knee heavily braced. I believe that was his right knee that he injured. As the first pitch into him is for strike. Gavin Harrell in scoring position, being kept tight there by Carson White. White standing on the bag. Leaves the right side wide open. But Bowen has, it's been so long probably since he had been swinging the bat too much in the competition that he probably wanting to pull everything. Swing and a miss, strike two. 1-2 the count with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Way up high. And Harrell is going to get all the way to third. Actually, the way that the catcher, Braken Cavachi, was chasing, it's a good thing he gave up the chase because it left nobody at home plate. So Harrell moves to third base on a wild pitch. Jesse King, or Caleb King, fires it home. That's fouled and caught by the first baseman. Great job by Ian Puckett. He has made a couple of nice plays here in the first inning. So now with two outs and a man at third, an opportunity for Fairfield to get out of this inning. Caden Dagg, senior, will step in. He is the center fielder. Wears number 4. Pops that one into short right field. Austin Grieve on the run, makes the play. So the running Lions waste a leadoff double. We'll head to the top of the second inning. No score.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield banking companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online banking, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
Clay County Hospital is your life-saving connection. We have spent our lives preparing for when you need us. Quality professional care right at home. Our team will support you and your family so you never feel alone. We will make you feel welcome whether you need care, are visiting a loved one, or seeking employment. Clay County Hospital. Professional care, compassionate hearts.
Top of inning number 2 here from Veterans Field. The Mules, the visitors today, as this ball game was moved from Cisne here to Fairfield. Talon Hicksonball will stand in to face Gavin Harrell as he begins his second inning of work. Breaking Cavachi on deck. It'll be Jake Easton in the hole. Anybody gets on, we'll see Carson White. And here, as we are in Fairfield, a chance to mention the funeral of Ray Fisher passed away over the weekend, and his funeral was yesterday. Ray Fisher, long time coach and trainer and helper of athletes here in Fairfield for years, as well as one of the better fishermen you'll ever meet. Nice guy. Passed away at 91. That one bounced to second base, picked up quickly by Biggs, and he throws it over for the easy out. There's the replay. By golly, Ty's got the replay machine working out in the truck. Ty Landreth out in the truck along with Abby Springmeyer doing a great job. They've got Don Ross on one of the cameras and Bill Reed on the other. Bill Reed was planning a Cisne home game. He's wearing his Cisne hat. That's okay. Top of the second inning as that one is knocked out to right center by Cavachi, and it's going to get down. He's going to try to take two. Bobbled in the outfield. Cavachi gets the second easily. As Ben Spissner had a heck of a time. I don't know if he lost it in the wind, he never made a heck of an attempt to catch it. But Cavachi with the single and advancing to second on E9. It'll bring up Jake Easton with one out here in the top of the second. Windy day. You can hear that wind blowing in. And there's strike one to Easton from Harrell. First hit of the game for the Mules is not struck hard as that ball gets away. And heading over to take third is the Braxton Marshall, the courtesy runner. And so basically all Easton has to do is knock it to the right side. Should be able to get Marshall in. Put it out to the outfield or knock it to the right side. Should be able to take the lead for Fairfield. As Easton backs out. Now he's ready. Harrell throws out of the zone. Boy, that was a good eye by Easton. The next from Harrell. Way out of the zone. Ball gets away. Runner comes home, and he's safe. Saw a couple of wild pitches bring the run around on ball 4. Jake Easton takes his base, but Marshall will come in, and the Mules take a 1-0 lead on a base hit, an error, a wild pitch, and a wild pitch. So Carson White steps in. Carson playing second base today. Last time we saw the Mules play a couple of weeks ago, Carson's behind the plate. We'll be here for Fairfield again tomorrow as they take on Edwards County for the Fairfield Mules and the Edwards County Lions. Black Diamond Conference ball game. That should start around 4:30, depending on the weather. As Easton has a solid lead, not a big long one, and he runs, and he's going to get to second without a throw as the ball bounces from the catcher. We'll call it a stolen base, but probably could have been a pass ball, but you're not going to assume that the play would be made at second. Easton, boy, he's a long way, and that ball gets away from the catcher as well. And all the way to third base goes Jake Easton, as that one's well out of the strike zone. 3-1 the count now on Carson White. You got to figure he's going to let another one pass. Now he swings at it. It'll make it a full count. White can put it into the outfield. Would give the Mules a 2-run lead. Harrell shakes off his catcher. Now he's ready. Throws from the left side of the mound, and he bounces it. Picked up by Harrell. Throws to first for the out. The run scores. And the Mules go up 2-0. Harrell did not have a chance to get him at home. It worked kind of like a swinging bunt there for Carson White. And with 2 outs, Avery Gardner steps in, swings at the first pitch, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Gets right under Zach Dagg's glove, and the Mules inning continues. Gardner with a base hit. That is the second hit of the inning. This all started with Talon Hixenbaugh grounding to second base. Braken Cavacci got a flare hit, advanced to second on an error. Advanced to third on a wild pitch and advanced home on a wild pitch. Jake Easton walked on that last wild pitch as that one is bounced to second. Gathered by Biggs. He throws to short for the out. Austin Grieve out at, it is Gardner out at second on the Grieve fielder's choice. But the Mules come up with a couple on 2 hits. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 Fairfield.
Tomorrow, some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you want hometown work ethic and customer first service and you need the best insurance at a good price, think The Insurance Place in Iuka. With over 15 years of experience, Jamie Butts offers the best in home, auto, commercial, farm, and Medicare supplement insurance. The Insurance Place handles a variety of companies and provides the flexibility that only an independent agent can deliver. Plus, bundled pricing saves you so much more. It's The Insurance Place at the Ice Cream Corner on Route 50.
Caleb King out to work for the Mules, out for the second inning, standing on the mound. He will face Josh Biggs, Zach Dagg, Harv Kaiser, and Shane Losey if anybody gets on base here in the bottom of the second. Bunt attempt, and it hits the fence before Braken Cavachi could catch it. Fence makes it out of play, but it will be a strike instead of a bunt for a hit attempt, as Biggs, the right-hander, stands in and up high takes ball one. Mules picked up a couple of runs on 2 hits and an error in the top half of this second inning. Wind getting a little stronger as the afternoon wears on. That one popped up to the left side. It gets out of play, foul. This game at Veterans Field in Fairfield. We're in the bottom of the second inning. It was supposed to be played at Cisne today. A little bit of a switch late as Jesse King moving in the center field, moving over to the right side. Two and two to Josh Biggs. And he strikes out as King threw it past him. Zach Dagg will bat. Sophomore third baseman for the Running Lions. He's got the bright safety socks on. Those are you can find those are golf ball color. You could find your golf ball in those things. Bright orange. Caleb King on the mound here on this kind of a blustery 63 degrees. It was 48 degrees yesterday in Dietrich, and it was sunshine and gorgeous day, no wind. It felt warmer yesterday, 15 degrees cooler than it does here in Fairfield today. That one is popped up behind second base, heading back forward. Hickson Ball will make the play for the second out of the inning. About a step or two out onto the outfield grass. So Harv Kaiser with the heavily wrapped shoulder. He had surgery on that thing about a year ago, as I recall. He'll stand in. He's just a freshman. And he watches ball one inside. Mules picked up a couple in the top half of this inning. Cisne had a base hit to start the game. Double by Gavin Harrell, and he was stranded at second base back in the first inning. Since then, it's been 5 outs in a row. Make it 6 as not even taking a step. The catch is made over at third base by Avery Gardner. That'll do it for the second inning. We'll move to the top of the third. Fairfield leading 2-0.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Cisne. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane.
Welcome back to Veterans Field, top of the third inning. It will be the top of the lineup for Fairfield. Jesse King, he struck out looking back in the first inning. Followed by Ian Puckett, then Caleb King. Anybody gets on, Talon Hicksonball. There's a bouncer to the right side. Easy play. Oh, but Gavin Harrell left it on the mound, or left it on the ground. He covered a glove with his, or covered the ball with his glove and then couldn't pick it up. So an infield hit. Infield hit or error there, official score? I gave him a hit. All right. Discussion in the booth with the official scorer. We've decided that'll be a base hit for King. Puckett stands in, Ian Puckett. He check swings, but does get far enough for a strike. He lined out to third base back in the first inning. He's got a man in front of him on base now, though, as King leads off. Pretty short lead for Jesse King. As the second pitch is strike two to Puckett. Caleb King on deck. Jesse's brother. Hicksonball in the hole with nobody out here in the third inning, top of. Runner goes, throw down is to the wrong side of the bag. So a stolen base for Jesse King. So with nobody out, man in scoring position here for Ian Puckett. Puckett, that was ball one, by the way, on him on that one out of the zone. And he bounces that one foul. That curveball was coming right back to the middle. That was, while that was kind of an excuse me swing, that was, he needed that to stay up there. He needed to make some contact there or he'd have been sitting down. 2-0, Fairfield leads it here in the top of the third. 1-2 the count on Puckett, man on second base. Harrell fires, it's fouled away by Puckett. Gavin Harrell going to get himself a stack of pitches thrown here. As he probably, I'm guessing he's around 30 or 40 right now. Threw a lot of pitches in that second inning as 6 hitters came to the plate. Trails 2-0. He peers back and a swing. Gathered by Howard, throws across, not in time. And King will advance to third after the throw. So another infield hit for Fairfield. 2 infield hits, and they have runners at first and third. Gavin Harrell on the mound, beginning to get a little frustrated. As with nobody out, Caleb King will head to the plate. Big shout out to our friends up at Cisne at the Dog Pound today. How y'all doing up there? Runner goes, no throw to second. So second base and third base now for the Mules. Barney and the gang up there saying hello. How y'all doing? watching on Wabash today as the Running Lions and Mules taking the action this afternoon. The next one is inside. Ball gets away. That's an inside corner. That's a strike. Ball gets away and a run scores. So Jesse King will score. And that makes it 3-0 Fairfield. 1-1 to count as Puckett advances to third. Standing in. Kings swings and misses at strike 2. Mules with 3 runs on 4 hits. And that one is strike 3 looking. Harold got him on the inside corner. And boy, did Gavin Harold need that. Now with a man at third base still. Talon Hicksonball will head in to hit. Right-handed swinger. He grounded to second to start out the second inning. Infield is in. And he ain't going to get a chance. That's a base hit out to left field over the top of Dag. And the run will score. Makes it 4-0 Fairfield. A solid single for Talon Hicksonball. As now a man on first base with 1 out. Breaking Cavachi heading to the plate. Mules trying to put together a crooked number here. Cavachi singled and scored back in the first. He had the flare single to right. Way up high. Cavachi, just a sophomore. He's catching today for the Running Lions. Throw over to first is not in time. Next to Cavachi is a strike down the pipe. Good pitch. And Cavachi turned around and said, boy, I should have probably swung at that one. That was right over the plate. That went inside, ball 2. 2-1 with a 1 out. 2 runs already in on 3 hits here in this third inning. That one is the 4th hit in the inning. Oh, no! The play is made as they were playing him short. Throw back to first. A double play. What a great play by Ben Spitzner. And that gets the Running Lions out of trouble as Cavachi played perfectly by Ben Spitzner. That looked like that was going to be his 2nd hit of the day. And Spitzner is right there for it. Makes the toss to first base, getting the base runner. After 2.5, we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Fairfield did pick up a couple. They lead at 4-0.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949. But at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me all your lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Caleb King heads back to the mound for Fairfield. He's got a 4-run lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Again, this game was scheduled to be played at Cisne, moved down here this afternoon due to a wet field conditions up there at Cisne, and Cisne retains their home standing as the home team. They will send hitters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Shane Losey, Tucker Bowen, Gavin Harrell. Anybody gets on, we'll see Hagan Howard. As Caleb King's first is swung on and missed by the freshman Shane Losey. Catcher for Cisne steps back in ready to go. As Caleb King was trying to see just how far up the ladder he could get the freshman to climb. Losey says, "Not that high, Buster." Swings and misses it. That one, though, down the pipe. So 1-2 to the freshman catcher. From the junior pitcher, that is fouled out of play down the left-hand side. Mules with a couple of runs in the second, couple of runs in the third. They lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the third. As running Lions have one hit. Gavin Harrell doubled to open the contest for the running Lions. As that one's out of the zone. Losey has climbed his way from a 1-2 hole to a full count and an opportunity to walk. He will do so, as the next one was nowhere close. Good crowd on hand from Cisne. They've been looking for something to cheer for. And they just got something. They were happy about that. First base runner since the very early in the game. As that double for Harrell, he was stranded. Ball gets away. And runner will head down to second base. Losey is safe. So, a walk and a wild pitch, and it's another man in scoring position with nobody out here for Caleb King. Tucker Bowen at the plate, the freshman, playing left field today. We've seen Bowen catch. Tucker will play all over the place. And that bunt attempt is low. Ball 2. As they check for whether it was a swing or not. It was not. And King, another one well out of the strike zone. Caleb King having some difficulty. I don't know how far they'll let him go. With this being a non-conference game, you got to figure that Chris Fleener wants Caleb King to get as many pitches as he can as he throws a strike to make it a full count. Check that, make it 3-1. The next to the freshman, he bunts it foul for strike 2. Can't really bunt now with two strikes. And with Cavacci behind the plate, you have a pretty athletic catcher. Losey out at second base. May not be the fastest runner. High ball 4. And Bowen will take his base. Coach Fleener wants to have a chat with his pitcher. I wondered how long it'd take, as recently, this inning, King has had a heck of a time trying to find the strike zone. Caleb King, junior pitcher, he gave the ball to Coach Fleener. I don't know if they're going to be making a change or not. Coach Fleener has the baseball. Is he going to hand it? They are going to make a change. We'll see who's going to be coming in for the Mules with as it's a runners at first and second. And a new pitcher coming in. We'll see what the changes are back in Fairfield after these.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
When a Fairfield fire truck needs a repair, Cam's there to keep things rolling. And as part of the volunteer fire department, Justin's looking out for Cam and all of Fairfield. Everyone supports each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them all with safe, reliable power for every one of our members. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
Left-handed senior Aiden Martin will head out to pitch for the Fairfield Mules here in the bottom of the third inning as Caleb King heads out to right field and heading into the dugout, Austin Grief. Martin will face the top of the lineup with nobody out and 2 men on. Gavin Harrell, an outstanding hitter, stepping in here in a moment as the final warm-up tosses for Martin. Looks like he's ready to go. Looks like Raj Stockwell is about ready to go. Gavin Harrell is ready to go as well. Play ball, says Raj. Good speed out of second base as running now for Cisne. Eric Atwood out of second base running for the running lines in place of the catcher Shane Losey. Tucker Bowen over at first. 2-0 the count here on Gavin Harrell. As the curveball from the left-hander out of the zone, and he is making some trouble for himself. Aiden Martin is, as he has thrown 3 pitches all out of the zone. You got to figure that Harrell will see if he gets 4, and he does. So 3 walks to open the inning for Fairfield. And Hagen Howard, an outstanding hitter heading to the plate. Chris Fleener heads back to the mound. Has he seen enough of Aiden Martin? He has seen enough of Aiden Martin. So Martin faces one hitter and walks him. And that will bring in Austin Grief. Austin Grieve has the baseball. That's what the Mules will do. As we'll take a quick break. They change pitchers again with bases loaded. Nobody out for the running Lions. Austin Grieve, the lefty, comes in a tough spot. Back after these.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
For nearly 40 years, family-owned Little Egypt Golf Cars has been dedicated to serving Southern Illinois' golf and utility car needs. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility located along I-57 in Salem. Our interactive showroom displays all of the latest accessories and vehicle designs. We offer new and used vehicle sales, a full parts and service department, and a rental fleet of over 600 vehicles. Whether it's riding in style on the course, cruising with the family, or having a rugged vehicle on the job site, we have you covered. Proudly serving Illinois and Missouri with 3 locations.
Aiden Martin is replaced by Austin Grieve. Caleb King was open the game, and he pitched to the first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So the runners at the 2nd and 3rd belong to King, and we've lost our umpire as he's down there talking to Chris Fleener. Grieve's ready to go. Now they've gotten everything straightened out. I don't know what other changes were made, but we will gather them as the game wears on. Austin Grieve, sophomore, heads to the top of the mound. And he will face Hagen Howard. Hagen Howard lined to first back in the 1st inning. He's a junior. He's dangerous. He's a good hitter. As Fairfield leads 4-0, but Howard could tie it up with 1 swing. Atwood over at 3rd. Bowen at 2nd. Harrell at 1st. Great speed on the bases. And Fairfield hasn't thrown a strike this inning, basically. They've walked the first 3. There's a ball 3. As Austin Grieve throws 3 pitches out of the zone. Howard fakes the bunt, watches strike 1 come past. I was going to say, Coach Carson might want Hagen Howard to take another one, the way the Mules are pitching right now. The next from Howard is up high. Ball 4, walks in a run. And that run will belong to Caleb King. But really, folks, it's been a group effort. You've got 3 players on base right now, each of them belonging to a different pitcher. And Tucker Bowen at the plate. He fouls off the first pitch he sees for the first out of the inning. Caught over there by Puckett at first base. And boy, that did Fairfield a favor, as the Mules haven't been able to find home plate for a while. Caden Dagg, cleanup hitter, will step in. He's got 3 runners on. Bowen at 3rd. Tucker Bowen at 3rd. Gavin Harrell out at 2nd. Great speed. Hagen Howard at 1st. Good speed. Bouncer to first. Gets through Puckett. Didn't get his glove down. 1 run scores. They're going to bring Harrell. He scores. It's a brand new ball game, folks. 4-3. On a base hit from Caden Dagg. Gavin Harrell comes in to score, as does Tucker Bowen. And all of a sudden, that's a brand new ball game. Hagen Howard stopped over at 3rd. So it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out for Josh Biggs. As the first pitch into him is in for a strike. Biggs struck out back in the 2nd. close the book now on Caleb King. As they catch Caden Dagg between the bases. Now they've got the runner hung up between first and third. Throw to third is too high. Cisne able to sneak their way out of a hot box problem there. Caden Dagg ends up on second base with a stolen base. Mules had it played perfectly, but throw was a little high to Gardner from Cavachi. So now runners at second and third with one out. Way up high from Grieve. Josh Biggs, like I said, struck out back in the second inning. And he's looking at a 2-1 count, I believe, here, right? Knocks that out into left field. Play is made. Throw home for the sacrifice. Hits the runner, so he'll be safe at home. And oh, that was not a sacrifice. That bounced before it got to him. I thought he caught it. Huh. Okay. So Biggs on a second base with a double, or pardon me, a single, and advancing on the throw. And the running lines have tied it up. Hagen Howard came in to score as it hit him in the back. Caden Dagg stands on third. I'm going to say that was caught. Josh Biggs now heads back to the dugout. I wondered what was going on when he was standing out at second base. Somebody finally told him he was out. I thought he was out. All right. 2 outs now for Zach Dagg. Did you see that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. So Zach Dagg, who popped out to shortstop, just behind shortstop back in the second inning. He's got a runner at third with 2 outs. Bounces it that direction. It is foul. Number 14, Zach Dagg looking at an 0-2 count as Austin Grieve trying to get out of the inning. 1 run of these 4 does belong to him. 1 belongs to Martin as Grieve off the zone. That one in on his fist, grounds it to a second. Carson White throws over for the out. But the running Lions pick up 4 runs on 2 hits and 4 walks. And we'll head to, 1 hit and 4 walks. And we'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Tied at 4.
Take a trip to Old Mexico with the whole family without ever leaving Southern Illinois. It's La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon. La Fuente's authentic Mexican cuisine will delight every appetite, from sizzling fajitas to tasty tacos to the best burritos this side of the Rio Grande. La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's
Big inning for the running Lions. Jake Easton swings at the first pitch he sees as Howard draws Harv Kaiser off the bag, and it'll be safe for Jake Easton. What a nice throw, but just a little bit high, and Harv couldn't come down with it. So safe at first is Jake Easton to open things here in the fourth. Carson White heads to the plate for Fairfield with a man on first. Infield hit, the call for Easton. Bouncer down the third baseline is foul. Easton was off with the pitch as Gavin Harrell, entering his fourth inning of work, he's given up 4 runs on 5 hits. As Carson White standing in. Jake Easton heads back to first. Avery Gardner on deck. And the fourth hitter this inning would be Austin Grieve if it gets that far, barring a double play of some kind. Way up high, Easton will get to second without a throw. I'm not, I am kind of keeping wild pitches, but there have been a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 for Gavin Harrell. I think I quit writing them down in the third. That went a little bit low, 2-1 the count. Now to Fairfield's second sacker, Carson White. As Gavin Harrell wants to have a chat with Shane Losey, his catcher. He's shaking him off 2 or 3 times today. Not this time, but he has shaken him off. A little bit of blue clouds in the sky. No sun to speak of. The wind has settled down a bit. As White is ready to go. So is Gavin Harrell. Is out of the zone, 3-1 now on to Carson White. The next, inside ball 4. And right after Cisne picks up 4 runs, Gavin Harrell having some trouble here. Walks a man, puts the runners at first and second. Well, that's the cardinal sin for the pitcher. There is a little bit of rain in the forecast right now, but looking at the radar, don't see any in the area. Swing and a miss by Avery Gardner. He got a base hit, infield hit, back in the second inning. He's looking for his second hit of the night. And fakes the bunts that or missed the bunt. The ball hit the plate and bounced wildly. Runners will advance. Counts as a strike on Gardner. Wild pitch again. I've lost count, folks, on the wild pitches. It's at least 1, 2, that's 5, 6, maybe. The next from Harrell. Steve Reich 3 looking. That was a great looking pitch to Avery Gardner. And he'll go have a seat for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Austin Grieve, now pitching for Fairfield. As Jesse King on deck, top of the lineup. With 1 out, runners at second and third for Grieve. He ground into a fielder's choice back in the second inning. Grounded to second, tossed to short, and watches ball one not crack the corner. Nice day for baseball. The wind has shifted from the south to the west now, though. So might be getting some kind of weather change. I'll play Marcia Yaki today. As the wind now coming from the west, so we'll see if we can't get some indication. Gavin Harrell moves his third baseman in. He's looking for a bunt by the left-handed swinger Austin Grieve, and he tried the bunt. Bunts it foul. It was a safety squeeze. Easton was not coming home. Easton at third. Carson White at second. He's got a big lead. Swing, and he pops it foul down the left side. It's going to get out of play. Come on back tomorrow, folks. Baseball here for you at Veterans Field again. Edwards County Lions coming to town. A huge early Black Diamond East matchup. Mules need to even it up with Edwards County as the Lions beat them yesterday. That's a bouncer foul to the right side. Fairfield playing 3 days in a row. Tell you what, the way the rain has been, these teams are glad to get games in. 1-2 the count here on Austin Grieve. Runners at second and third. He needs to put something to the right side. Harv Kaiser and Josh Biggs are both in almost to the grass. Hagan Howard is on the grass at short. And Josh Dagg over at third base, almost level with the grass. About halfway from the base level to the grass. Curve ball out of the zone. Ball two. Well, that was gutty taking that pitch. That has been, this inning, that's been a ball. 4-4 the score here in the top of the fourth. A bouncer to the left side gets through. 1 run will score. Here comes White. He'll score standing up on a 2-run single for Austin Grieve. The Mules retake the lead, 6-4. This ball game has been a wild one, and we're not quite halfway through. Jesse King will head to the plate. Singled and scored in the third. Struck out looking back in the first. Runner goes on the pitch. Throw down almost in time, but safe. Standing up for Austin Grieve. Kind of a lackadaisical. Probably needed to slide on that one, but he is safe. Swipe tag a little bit behind him. That one gets away, and that'll send the runner to the third. Pass ball by Losey. So, 2 runs are in on 2 hits and a walk so far for Fairfield here in the fourth. They lead it 6-4. This one's gone back and forth. A bouncer to second gets through Biggs. That'll bring home a run. Gets past the right fielder as well. And standing at second base is Jesse King. He had his eye on it all the way. It'll be a single and an error. Puts a man in scoring position and gives the Mules their 3rd run this inning, 7th of the game. They lead Cisne 7-4 as Ian Puckett swings and misses the first pitch he sees here in the fourth. 0-1 the count to Ian Puckett. 0-2 the count to Ian Puckett. I don't know if the person keeping score in the booth saw the first pitch. They've got it 0-1 on the board. That's 2. Harrell down low, 1-2. By golly, Abby's got it right in the truck right there. You know she does. She's on the ball. 7-4. Mules lead it. Here's that one is popped into short center field on the run. On the run, it's going to get down. Heading around third base is King. Is he going to try to score? No, he will not. So Puckett just out of the reach of the center fielder, Caden Dagg. And Puckett advances to second base, basically on the Texas Leaguer. So runners at second and third. And Justin Carson will come in and have a chat with his pitcher, Gavin Harrell. 7 runs are in with runners in scoring position and just 1 out here in the 4th inning. Gavin Harrell having a chat with his coach, Justin Carson, and he's also having a chat with his fielders. He has there have been some plays that have been makeable out there on the field. And I think Harrell's a little frustrated. He will stay in the game with runners at second and third and just 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning as Caleb King heads to the plate. King started out the pitcher. He is not going to be a part of the decision. He has struck out twice to Harrell, looking both times. And with 1 out, he swings and misses. He says, by golly, I'm not striking out looking this time, Buster. 1 out, runners at second and third. Good speed. Puckett out at second. King at third. He's got great speed. And Harrell will step back, look at his D. They're still in on the corners. Mules have taken advantage of that drawn-in infield a couple of times this inning as Fairfield with 4 hits here in this top of the 4th. 4 hits and a walk. 3 runs are in. 2 runners on base. 1-2 to King. Seven to 4 the lead for the Mules. They're trying to add to it. The next from Harrell. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So the sombrero for Caleb King, and he'll probably get another opportunity or 2. He picks up the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Talon Hixenbaugh with 2 outs now. Hixenbaugh would dearly love to poke one through that big left side. See if he can't bring in both runs. As Dagg and Howard both staying pretty close to the respective second and third bases. Trying to keep the runners close a little bit. Gavin Harrell, 1-1 here on Hixenbaugh. Hixenbaugh got a base hit his last time up. Grounded out in the second. He's 1 for 2. And he grounds that one foul. He had a solid base hit over the top of Zach Dagg over at third base back in that 3rd inning. Mules with 2 in the second. 2 in the 3rd. 3 here in the 4th. They lead 7-4. Harrell hanging on by a limb. Hanging on by his fingernails. As that one's fouled back. 7-4. Fairfield in their baby blues today with red numerals. Good looking jerseys. Good looking uniform. And inside pitch is popped into short center field. Dagg is able to make it. He will come in, make the play, but the Mules pick up 3 more on 4 hits. They leave 2 as we will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Fairfield leading Cisne 7-4.
This is Christy inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Veterans Field here in Fairfield, Illinois, the home of the Mules. However, today it's the home of the Running Lions. As we're in the bottom of the 4th inning, Harv Kaiser, Shane Losey, Tucker Bowen, anybody gets on, it'll be Gavin Harrell. They will face Austin Grieve. Grieve able to collect the 3 outs in the 3rd inning. He did give up a run in that 3rd inning. Caleb King opened the game for the Mules, went 2 innings plus, gave up a couple of runs on just 1 hit. He walked 2 to start that 3rd inning. And the walks just continued from there as Aiden Martin came in and walked 1 hitter, and he was lifted. Austin Grieve walked the first hitter he saw, but then was able to get out of the inning with some assistance from his fielders. That one's bounced to second base. Carson White gathers and tosses over for the first out of the inning. Kaiser now 0 for 2. First out of the inning, Shane Losey will head to the plate. He walked and scored back in that 4-run 3rd inning. He opened the inning with a walk. Running Lions sent 8 runners to the plate back in the 4th. Picking up 4, stranding 1. As that one's fouled down toward the Fairfield, or pardon me, to Justin Carson, the head coach of the Running Lions. The wind has settled down, so it's warming up a little bit here in Fairfield as that ball is fouled off to the left side, and I think off the helmet maybe of Braken Cavachi. 1-2. The count now on Losey. That kind of a dark evening. As blue skies, dark blue skies have moved over the field. I don't think it's going to rain, but not really threatening rain or hollering rain. Just kind of sitting around rain. 2-2 the count. Way up high, ball 3. So, Austin Grieve with 1 out. Looking at a full count here on Losey. Losey walked back in the 3rd. And he swings and knocks that one down the left side. Sometimes you'll see kids who have walked the time before. they'll come up and in such a position think, well, I'll just get ball 4 again and take my base again, but not Shane Losey. He was ready to hurt that ball. He stands back in with 1 out. Austin Grieve, sophomore, hits the plate on ball 4. So Shane Losey, the catcher, will head down to first base. Probably see Eric Atwood come run for him here in a minute. As Tucker Bowen comes up, swing down the first baseline. Gathered, they throw down, and the tag is made a double play. Boy, you don't see that one all that often. Nice play by Ian Puckett. He gathered it and just fired it down to Talon Hicksonbaugh to get the double play. The old 3-6 double play. That will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th. 7-4 Mules.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online banking, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
Clay County Hospital is your life-saving connection. We have spent our lives preparing for when you need us. Quality professional care right at home. Our team will support you and your family so you never feel alone. We will make you feel welcome whether you need care, are visiting a loved one, or seeking employment. Clay County Hospital, professional care, compassionate hearts.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back here to the top of the 5th inning, Cisne and Fairfield. Fairfield leads 7-4. Fairfield came into tonight averaging 6.1 runs per game, giving up 3.8. They've reached that one. Cisne came in averaging 4 runs a game, giving up 4.7. They've reached both of those. As it'll be Braken Cavachi, followed by Jake Easton, Carson White. And if anyone gets on, we'll see Avery Gardner. Gavin Harrell out for his 5th inning of work. He has given up 9 hits and 7 runs. Everybody kind of thought he was leaving the mound in the last inning, but Coach Carson left him in, and he was able to get out of the inning from that spot on. Struck out King and then got the pop out from Hicksonbaugh to end that 4th inning. Settled down nicely. 0-2 the count as Cavachi pops it out into center field. Caden Dagg waves everybody off, jogs in, makes the play. F8-1. Fly to center field, F8 for the first out. As you see the senior loping around center field there in the replay. Again, great job out in the truck, Abby Springmeyer and Ty Landreth. Great job down here on the camera work also by Don Ross and Bill Reed. And that one hit him. Harrell hits Easton. I think it hit him on the pad. Sounded like either hit him on the pad or on the back. And Easton will take his base. Jake Easton, pretty feisty and pretty fast. I'm not sure that's the man you want to hit. As he has scored 2 runs, and he has been active on the base paths. With 1 out, that'll bring up Carson White. And he'll run with the pitch. First pitch, throw down, not in time. Good stolen base for Jake Easton. I was going to say Easton is terrifically active on the base pass. That will bring up I believe that was a ball 1, ball 2. Hold on a second. 2-0 up. Raj. Thank you. Foul ball. One and 2. Sorry, I had that wrong. Thank you very much. Blue, don't throw me out. I know I'm close. 1 and 2 the count on Carson White. 1 out here. Man on second base. That's Jake Easton. He has had a nose for the base pass. He'll probably be sneaking over, trying to get down to third, trying to foul him up and slow him down. Josh Biggs and Hagen Howard are holding him close at second, trying to. White watches ball 2, zip past. 2 and 2 the count. 7-4 the score. Mules trying to add to it here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner goes. Ball's popped up on the infield. Play for the catcher. It's in foul territory, and he can't. Losey can't make the play. Wind was probably playing heck with that one too as it was coming down. Shane Losey had a opportunity, couldn't make the grab. So new life for Carson White. Will he make the Lions pay? Gavin Harrell heads to the mound. And he is getting frustrated, as I think he and Losey communication maybe not the best now with a man at second base. And inside, White got hit. I think he got hit in the helmet as the ball went past, and he'll head down to first base. So, hit by the pitch. That's the second player in a row struck by a pitch for the Mules. And Chris Fleener will come in with a sub as Avery Gardner's spot, taking, I believe that's Marshall, right? That is Marshall. Braxton Marshall to bat for Avery Gardner. With 1 out, runners at first and second. Right-handed swinger watches ball 1 hit the dirt in front of the plate about 3 feet. Mules with a 3-run lead. And that one is fouled back. The 2 base runners reached via struck by pitch. Kind of a intriguing struck by pitch on Carson White. He was trying to get his head out of the way, but he ducked to get it out of the way, and the ball hit like the bill of his helmet as he was ducking away. Can't blame a kid for ducking. 2-1. 2-2. Runners do go as the ball is loose. They will reach second and third on the pass ball. So 2-2 to Braxton Marshall with just one out and runners in scoring position. He'll foul that one out of play. That sounded like that hit something pretty hard about there. Maybe just the top of the concession stand. 2-2 the count. Marshall in a crouch. Watches ball 3. Curveball did not come back across the plate. Fills the count. Will the runners go with just one out? I wouldn't be surprised. Bouncer to the right, to the left side, gets through. Dag. 1 run scores. Here comes White. The throw will go to second base, and White scores as well. The Mules take a 5-run lead on a RBI, 2 RBI single for Braxton Marshall. Now I believe Justin Carson has seen enough. He has. With 1 out here in the 5th and a 9-4 lead, Harrell is done. We'll take a quick break, see who the running Lions are going to bring in. We'll be back after these.
When you want hometown work ethic and customer first service and you need the best insurance at a good price, think The Insurance Place in Iuka. With over 15 years of experience, Jamie Butts offers the best in home, auto, commercial, farm, and Medicare supplement insurance. The Insurance Place handles a variety of companies and with flexibility that only an independent agent can deliver. Plus, bundled pricing saves you so much more. It's The Insurance Place at the Ice Cream Corner on Route 50.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Going beyond the expected. It's what they do at Pekin Insurance, and it's been their way of doing business since 1921. It's service that goes the extra mile, and product that provides the flexibility to meet all of today's insurance needs and tomorrow's as well. Stop by and see the agents at North Wayne Insurance Agency in downtown Flora and Cisne. They will provide the financial protection and peace of mind that you need and deserve. North Wayne Insurance in Pekin, beyond the expected.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
Tucker Bowen heads into pitch for the running Lions, freshman, right-hander. He'll face sophomore left-hander Austin Grieve. As Fairfield leads by 5 runs, a bouncer gathered by Bowen fires to first for the out. Marshall moves to second base. 1-3 on the putout, and 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th inning for Fairfield. There's your replay. As you see, the catch beat the runner. As Jesse King will head to the plate. King has scored a run today. He's 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a strikeout. One of the singles being an infield variety, I believe, if I recall correctly. And he's got a man in scoring position down at second base. 0-2 the count here on Jesse King, leadoff man for Fairfield. Hi, Weiss. 9-4, 5-run lead for Fairfield. They led 4-0. Cisne came back and tied it 4-4. Fairfield went ahead 7-4, and now here in the 5th inning have tacked on a couple more. That ball is fouled down the right side. So 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 2 so far here in the fifth for Fairfield. Gavin Harrell responsible for the man at second base. He gave up 10 hits, 5 strikeouts, 4 in the third. And depending on how well Tucker Bowen gets out of the rest of this inning, we'll have given up 9 runs. Of the 9, I'm guessing, let's call 7 of them earned. There were an error. No, that was a base running. Or probably that was a move to runner up the base paths. That's ball 4 to Jesse King. Worked his way back from 0-2 to pick up the walk. Harrell only gave up 2 walks, but he did strike 2 hitters. And stepping into hit will be Boston Isaacs, hitting for Ian Puckett. Isaac swings through the first pitch. Boy, he was trying to put that one in the old reservoir. Reservoir's not even there anymore, and he was trying to put that one through. Might have been trying to actually, with that swing, it looked like maybe more the basketball goal. As that one knocked to Dagg. Zach Dagg picks it up and steps on third for the third out and unassisted. Mules do pick up 2 more runs on 1 hit. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning, 9-5 Fairfield.
My grandfather, Carol Rush, opened Rush Appliance in October of 1949. This is Sean Rush, and I am driven by the same determination and commitment to quality that set us on the road to success. A lot has changed in the appliance industry since 1949, but at Rush Appliance, we're doing everything we can to remain trusted, strong, and competitive. We are extremely proud of our roots, and we look forward to providing you with quality and service at Rush Appliance and Furniture Company in downtown Fairfield.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Give me order lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
Welcome back to Veterans Field, bottom of the 5th inning. Here it is 9-4, Fairfield on top. Bruce, you say, why is it the bottom of the inning? Well, this game was actually scheduled to be played in Cisne today. And so moved down here this afternoon and due to wet conditions in northern Wayne County. And in doing so, Cisne retains their home status. Gavin Harrell at the plate. He'll be followed by Hagan Howard and then Cooper Bowen. Anybody gets on, it'll be Caden Dagg for Cisne. Harrell 1 for 1, bounces it to first base. Isaacs fires the probably that's King throwing it across and gets the out. Caleb King. Make a nice throw. If you can get Gavin Harrell running down the line, you've done something, especially from third base. So Austin Grieve will now face Hagan Howard for the first time. Actually, the second time. Howard was where the second pitching change took place. That third inning was all chock full of pitching changes. Bouncer straight up the gut. That's going to get through for a base hit. Hagen Howard with his first hit of the day gets past Hayden Felowitz out there at second base. And with one out and a man on first, Cooper Bowen will head to the plate. Felowitz in at second base. And Boston Isaacs over at first as he took the place of Ian Puckett. Throw across is beaten back by Hagen Howard. Fairfield with a 5-run lead here in the fifth inning. Cooper Bowen can change that with the swing. He bounces it down the left side. The throw to second. In time. Throw to first. Not in time. So they get the front man. And the second out of the inning is Howard at second base. Fielder's choice. 6-4. Bowen is on. And he will run for himself, even with the repaired knee. That's good to see. This is the first time he's been on base today. Caden Dagg at the plate, left-handed center fielder. Awaits Grieve, and that one is a little bit low, but good for a strike. Caden Dagg a little frustrated. He thought it was a little bit too low. 2 outs, 1-1 the count on Dagg. Bounces it to first base. Isaacs with the easy hands. He gathers and puts him out. That will do it for the bottom of the fifth. We'll head to the top of the sixth. Fairfield leading 9-4.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
When a Fairfield fire truck needs a repair, Cam's there to keep things rolling. And as part of the volunteer fire department, Justin's looking out for Cam and all of Fairfield. Everyone supports each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them all with safe, reliable power for every one of our members. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works.
And welcome back here to Veterans Field, the home of the Mules, as the Running Lions retake the field here for the top of the sixth inning. Coming up for the Mules will be a pinch hitter, Grady Rush. He'll bat for Caleb King. King and then Hicksonbaugh spot, and then Braken Cavachi. And I think that several Mules have left the game. We'll see who all does come up to bat. Grady Rush up now. King had the leaves after wearing the sombrero. He walks back to the dugout with the sombrero on his head. 3 strikeouts on the day for Caleb King. Grady Rush has to improve on that, right? As the first pitch is inside and high, ball 1. Top of the 6th inning, Mules with 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. Just getting underway here in the 6th. Bouncer to the short. It's gathered by Howard, but he can't control. And Rush is going to be safe over at first base. Cisne's just having difficulty handling the baseball today. Talon Hicksonball will hit. He has 1 hit. He's 1 for 3. As Tucker Bowen into his second inning of work. As that ball gets away, Grady Rush will take second base. So a 2-0 count here for Hicksonball. Top of the 6th. That one's out of the zone, ball 3. Fairfield will be back at it tomorrow. We'll be here at 4:30 as Edwards County comes down here to play the Mules. Curveball in for strike 1. Boy, kind of a gutty choice to choose the curve when you're looking at a 3-0 count, but it came right back in over the plate. If that's what Bowen is comfortable with, and he does it again for strike 2. So a full count on Talon Hicksonball. The next one swung on and missed. He came back and got him. 3-0 count, and nice job, Tucker Bowen, coming back to get the strikeout. So that'll bring up Braken Cavachi. Cavachi with a hit back in the second, scored a run, bounces it to short. Howard to throw ahead of the runner. They've got him hot boxed. Rush is in trouble. And throw to third. He is out. So to go down as 6-5-1 on the putout, on the fielder's choice, as Cavachi ends up at second base. What'd I say? 6-5-1 was the putout. And that ball is slapped out of play by Jake Easton. Better speed probably out there at second base now with Braken Cavachi over there with the fielder's choice. Courtesy runner for Cavachi against Boston Isaacs. That hit him. It's the second time in a row Jake Easton's been struck by a pitch, and that got him flush. Jake Easton will head to first base with a runner in front of him. That's too bad. It's fun to watch Jake Easton run. He's going to need some new britches, too, as he has about run out of those. As Hayden Fellowitz will come up to hit for Carson White. Fellowitz, the new second baseman for Fairfield, is ready to go. 2 outs, runners at first and second. That one fouled back. Boston Isaacs, courtesy runner, leading off at second base. Throw home, it's fouled out again. And Fellowitz in a little hole. 0-2 here with 2 outs. top of the 6th inning. They may need to turn the lights on here shortly, as it is getting darker. The next to Felowitz is swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. Mules strand 2, and we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fairfield leads Cisne 9-4.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
Why are more people heating their homes with FS Propane? Because it's better to work with a company that lives and works in the same community that you do. This is Aaron Cummins, your local Clay County FS Propane specialist with South Central FS. South Central is a 9-county cooperative with highly trained employees that are dedicated to providing our residential, commercial, and agricultural customers a safe and reliable propane supply. Contact your local South Central FS Propane specialist or visit us online at southcentralfs.com.
For nearly 40 years, family-owned Little Egypt Golf Cars has been dedicated to serving Southern Illinois' golf and utility car needs. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility located along I-57 in Salem. Our interactive showroom displays all of the latest accessories and vehicle designs. We offer new and used vehicle sales, a full parts and service department, and a rental fleet of over 600 vehicles. Whether it's riding in style on the course, cruising with the family, or having a rugged vehicle on the job site, we have you covered. Proudly serving Illinois and Missouri with 3 locations.
Austin Greaves set to go for his 3rd full inning of work. He came in the 3rd inning following Caleb King and Aiden Martin. King gave up 2 runs, Martin gave up 1, and then Grieve gave up 1. But it has been lights out since the 3rd for Cisne. As Josh Biggs will be followed by Zach Dagg, then Harv Kaiser. Anybody gets on, we'll see Shane Losey. That one is inside. And Austin Grieve looks down at the ground. He may have slipped on that pitch. 9-4, Fairfield leads it. As that one is knocked into deep left field. On the run is Easton, and it is foul. Boy, Easton had a long run to that, and that would have been Josh Biggs running for a long time. But he has to get back into the batter's box. 2-1 the count. The next from Grieve is in on the fists, and he fouls it back. Biggs trying to protect his face with that one. Evens the count at 2 apiece. As Zach Dagg waits on deck. And let's straighten that one out. That's going to be a base hit into left field for the senior running line. Straightens out that foul ball, drops one out there in front this time of Jake Easton. So with nobody out, Cisne with a man on. Dagg at the plate. He's 0 for 2. And the curveball comes in for a strike. Lefty curve coming from the other way. 9-4, Fairfield on top. All 4 runs by Cisne scored in the 3rd. Bouncer too short. Hicksonball to the second baseman and throw over in time. The double play for the Mules erases Biggs. Nice turn out there by Felowitz at second base as Hicksonball hit him. And it's a 6-4-3 DP. So with 2 outs, here comes Harv Kaiser. Running Lions are running out of outs. That one is popped into deep right field, but heading back and making the play. The Mules will end the inning. I think that was Marshall out there in right field. After 6 innings, Fairfield leads Cisne 9-4.
Take a trip to Old Mexico with the whole family without ever leaving Southern Illinois. It's La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon. La Fuente's authentic Mexican cuisine will delight every appetite, from sizzling fajitas to tasty tacos to the best burritos this side of the Rio Grande. La Fuente Mexican Restaurants in Fairfield, Flora, and Mount Vernon. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
9-4, Fairfield leads Cisne here in the top of the 7th. It will be Tucker Bowen heading back to the mound. He's pitched well in the inning and 2/3 that he has been on the mound. As he came in, faced Austin Grieve with runners on in the 5th. They scored, but he was able to get out of further trouble. And he got through a scoreless 6th inning as well. He'll face Braxton Marshall. As so often happens, old Abner did it again. The kid who made the final play in the outfield will come up to hit to start this top of the 7th. Braxton Marshall. He'll be followed by Austin Grieve and then Jesse King. 8-9-1. Anybody gets on, we'll see Boston Isaacs. As Bowen heads back to the mound. And Grieve is heading back to the dugout. He may be replaced. On deck, we'll see. That one over the head of Marshall. Not much over his head as Marshall had to duck down out of the way. Pretty athletic move by the big man. He's a sophomore. And he swings at the next one, bounces it to Zach Dagg. He fires across in time for the first out of the inning. Nice play by Zach Dagg and a good hard throw. Right into the glove. Easy for Harv Kaiser to handle. So, Hodges will bat. Logan Hodges will pinch hit here for Austin Grieve. With the baseball the way that I don't know if Grieve is going to pitch or not. We'll see if he's going to come back out to pitch in the 7th inning. You can pinch hit pretty liberally in high school baseball these days. We'll see what happens. He swings at the first pitch, bounces it foul. Bowen has pitched pretty well. He's got two strikeouts in his his 1 2/3 now. Here he has one out in the 7th inning. Gavin Harrell started with 4 1/3. Gave up 10 hits, 9 runs, 7 of which were earned. That's a bouncer to short. Takes a tough hop for Howard. He gathers and throws across for the second out of the inning. That one took a little tough hop. And Howard was able to handle it. So, batting leadoff for Fairfield, I do not have a 31. Do you have a 31? Huh? Landon Smith. Mabry is wonderful. Mabry Foster in the booth with us. Landon Smith batting for King. What year is he? Sophomore. And she knows everybody. That's the thing. Mabry Foster up here in the booth. Terrifically popular young lady. She's been talking to folks during the breaks. Never on television, but she's on the other TV anyway, folks. Sorry about that. I'm just having fun. 3-1 on Landon Smith. Bouncer to the left side. Dag gathers, throws across, long throw. In time. Nice job by Harv Kaiser. Made the catch, and I thought he stayed on the bag anyway, but he might have gotten off that bag. He tagged the runner. No, he was off the bag. Great play by Harv Kaiser to get the out. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The running Lions need 5 to tie, 6 to win. Back after these.
This is Christy, inviting you to wrap yourself in lasting luxury at Carnaby Square. We specialize in one-on-one customer service, high quality, head-turning, on-trend fashions, footwear, accessories, and a complete line of Brighton leather goods and jewelry. If you want to nix fast fashion and invest in a true-to-size, ethically manufactured wardrobe that you'll wear for years, it's time to treat yourself at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It will be Jake Easton on the mound here for the Mules to try to finish things out here in the 7th inning. As Austin Grieve with an outstanding performance. He went 4 innings. Gave up 1 run, pardon me. As King gave up 2. Grieve gave up 1. Aiden Martin gave up 1. And 1-2 hits for, check that, 3 hits. Gave up just 3 hits. Pitched very well. As Shane Losey will step in to face Jake Easton. Easton spinning his arm there after that first pitch. He may be trying to get revenge. They hit him a couple of times. We'll see if he can hit somebody else. He's not going to do that. I'm just teasing as he throws it home, and that one's fouled off. 1-1 the count on Shane Losey. Yeah, Martin with 1 run. And that one's knocked to third base. Good pick over there by Isaacs. He throws across for the putout. Boston Isaacs, a nice play over there at third base for the first out. Running Lions need base runners as Tucker Bowen will step in. He is 0 for 1 as he sees strike one. Gavin Harrell on deck for the Running Lions. The Lions got to get somebody on. They picked up all 4 of their runs in the third. That's when starter Caleb King began to lose it. Walked the first 2 he saw. They brought in Aiden Martin. He walked the only hitter he saw. And then they brought in Austin Grieve. He walked the first hitter he saw, but then shut things down basically. Nice afternoon, and he's in line for the win. Austin Grieve is swing and a miss. Strike 3. And with 2 outs, Gavin Harrell will head to the plate. Cisne with just 4 hits today. Harrell with 1 of them. He led off the game with a double, but was stranded. 2. Harrell walked in the third, scored a run. Base hit, like I mentioned, that double to lead off the game, but he was stranded, and he fouls that one back. So the Running Lions down to their last strike with Hagen Howard on deck. They need base runners, and right now, 2-2 the count on the senior, Gavin Harrell. He is in line for the loss today. And calls timeout as Jake Easton was taking a little bit too much time. Easton in shirt sleeves. He's ready to go. Fired home. I think he was ready to go and then some. He comes in to talk to his catcher. My bad. I might have overthrown that a little bit. Yeah, I might have overthrown that a lot, Jake. Who knows? Full count on Harrell. He's got a lot of speed. I don't think they want Harrell on the base pass. You don't need somebody out there messing around. Let's see what Easton does. Way up high. Ball 4. So, Cisne's got a shot. Second walk of the game for Harrell. Hagen Howard will step to the plate. Howard with a hit in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 2 as well. Hitting a walk. He scored one of the runs in that 4-run third inning. He was one of the first 4 hitters up that reached via the walk. He swings at the first pitch he sees. It is fouled back and out of play. Off the concession stand roof. And Braken Cavachi, he might have some dust in his eyes. He's having a heck of a time trying to clean his eyes. 0-1 to count to Howard. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. High schools play 7 innings as Easton will throw over. Just trying to keep Harrell close. Harrell's not going to steal second. 5 runs down. Surely not. Nice of Easton to think about him, though. 0-1 to count with 2 outs. The throw home is he will steal second. Throw down. Boy, that was close. Wow. Harrell didn't slide, and Cavachi nearly got him at second. That was so close. That would have been a rough way to end the ball game. Down by 5, caught stealing. Woo. 1-1 into the dirt. The ball to Hagen Howard. Cavachi's probably thinking, let's see you try to steal third, Buster. 2-1 to count. He's going to do it. He's going to have that one as the ball's hit foul down the right side. Yeah, that was a basically off with the pitch. He was off before the pitch. He was halfway to third. And nobody moving on the defense to cover because they don't care. Let him run. They don't. That run is the first of many they would need. 2-2 to Howard. And strike 3 looking will end the game as the running Lions get 4 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1, 2, 3, 4 in the game. They had 3 errors as the loss goes to Gavin Harrell as he went 4 1/3, gave up 9 runs, 7 earned, all 9 charged to him. Tucker Bowen came in, pitched well for the last 2 2/3, but does not come back for the win. For the Mules, it was Austin Grieve picking up the win as he went 4 innings, and Jake Easton finishes things out with an inning. Caleb King went 2 innings plus. He gave up 2 runs. It was Aiden Martin giving up 1. Austin Grieve gave up 1 run. The running Lions with 4 runs on 4 hits, 3 errors, and 4 left on base. And Fairfield got through the game without an error, right? I think they did. No errors for the Mules, 9 runs on 10 hits, 0 errors, and 9 runners left on base. Mules improve to 5-4 on the season. They'll be here tomorrow against Edwards County. We will be here too as well for that game, weather permitting, at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. The running Lions fall to 3-5 on the season. That's just about going to do it for us here from Veterans Field in Fairfield. Thank you all so much for tuning in to to Wabash Catch TV's presentation of high school baseball. For all of us at Wabash, my name is Bruce Dickey, reminding you tonight's final score. Fairfield defeats Cisne 9-4. So long from Veterans Field.